Hello, and welcome to the Bel-E Scratch podcast. I'm your host, Bel-E.
And I'm your co-host, Scratch.
And today, alright, let's just go ahead and get the obvious out of the way.
The white elephant.
Yes,
Are you calling me fat?
The eponymous... No, I'm talking of that actual elephant in the corner.
That is true.
Yeah, I've got a tapestry because I'm that type of person.
That's a very nice tapestry.
Yeah,
well.
I have basically come to the conclusion that on one half of my parental lineage is kind of in that 60s, 70s flower child-esque.
And I have no idea where that came from.
I don't either. Well, I do, but exactly. I don't. So
no, it came through me, but I don't know where it came from. I had
the whole wearing black or something.
The whole hippie thing.
Yeah, I'm referring to the matriarch specifically.
I grew up wearing suits my mother made me and that sort of thing.
Sure.
Nothing, absolutely, positively nothing trendy, pop culturist.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, no, I well know what I mean is I'm just saying I don't know why it made such an impact on me and how it shows up in you. It's neat. Keen, yo.
Wait, I get that stuff from you. Wait, what?
Comes from somebody.
No, I'm just talking about the whole thing about, I like, wearing black, but also color, but it's got to be dark color, because sometimes looking at pastel colors for too long gives me a headache.
And I love pastels at the beach.
Oh, sure, at the beach.
Yeah.
And it still gives me a headache. So. You know what? Let's just go ahead and get the obvious out of the way.
Yeah.
Do you think we could have World War III?
Oh.
I'm trying not to worry about it, because here's the thing. Last week, I made an oath to myself.
Right.
What had happened was that based on what we had learned about how to trade and all that stuff, I looked at a couple charts. We have stuff listed under, charts that have yet to show the first signal that we've been taught.
Right.
So we're kind of like crouched in the grass, hunting the antelope, so to speak.
Yes, we are.
And I'm okay with that, because at least that means I'm in the field with the antelope,
Right, right.
What gets me kind of psyched out is if I have to go looking for it.
Right.
Because then I start worrying, was this wrong? Is it going to take several months for me to look through it? Am I looking completely wrong, in the wrong place to begin with? Yada, yada, yada.
Oh, yeah. That does come up when you're, learning.
Yeah. When you're learning.
Was that for me?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I'm stepping on her toes.
So essentially what had happened was...
spoiler alert,
yeah.
Kids. We're going to be talking some advanced trading talk. And I'm going to begin with reverse trend trading.
Reverse trend trading. Oh,
and that's what we're learning. That's what we're learning to do is reverse trend trading.
Which is we didn't set out to do it. It just happened that way.
No, it just happened that way because the foundation of the system that we are learning is based. Its foundation is reverse trend trading.
Indeed.
So even when there is a down bias in the market, like it's going on right now, we are learning the swing. And so what's happening right now, I don't know how many days what we are basically, well, once again, you and I are dealing with cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency, I don't know exactly how it's going to manifest itself during this particular type of market condition.
Indeed.
Ooh, are those terms ambiguous enough, kids?
Indeed.
But, what I'm saying is, this is a new animal.
This is true. It is a new animal.
It is true. It's a new animal.
It's not like we're just going to, we don't know what we're talking about, but neither does the expert, so.
Oh, well, see, that's the whole thing. And one thing, if I want everybody to understand, the market does what it does, and all these things, and this is what trips me out, honestly and truly. This is what trips me out, is because once you figure out what the market's going to do based on what it's going to do.
Sure.
And then you listen to honestly and truly, what is happening right now.
Yes.
Is going to be used to, for lack of a better expression, it's going to be used to save the current administration's policies.
What?
Because the current administration's policies have been an abject failure.
Yeah,
This is 2022, people. Okay, 2022. We haven't finished. We haven't gotten to 2022, but we're close.
Indeed.
And the current administration's policies have been, I wouldn't even say lukewarm. They've been dead on arrival.
Even people in the blue party say that.
Even people in the blue party.
That's when you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. So, strategically, to start this type of aggression over in Ukraine during this time of market rollover, and the administration here in, and I'm just spitballing here, okay? If you want to, hey man, he's just a loon. I'm just saying that
this is just what the pieces look like right now.
I'm saying that these are possibilities.
These are possibilities.
These are possibilities. Somebody, put it to you this way: somebody is going to come down with this, the headline of this article, and it is going to be how the inflation that we are experiencing right now in North America is going to be related to this conflict that's taking place over in Eastern Europe. And
this is inevitable, I suppose.
Yeah, and but the poor economic outlook here in North America came long before this aggression was started in Eastern Europe. So, so we don't really know. Well, here's the other thing. Okay. All right. They start sanctioning, North America starts sanctioning the aggressor country whose symbol is a Russian bear. And I can't say who they are.
I know. This is
what I can tell you is that one group speaks Ukrainian and the other group speaks Russian.
Indeed. It's just so subtle it hurts.
But what's going to happen is because, and this is going to be good for traders, okay? Because here's what's going to happen. Ultimately, this is going to be good for people's pocketbooks here in North America, and here's why. Because with the rest of the world going off a little kilter.
No shit.
People that speak Russian and people that speak Ukrainian, people that speak Chinese, people that speak Taiwanese. During these times, big money will shift towards the most stable area of the globe as far as investment.
Sure.
So during these chaotic times,
they go to where it's most stable.
They will start dumping their money, big money, old money, ancient money.
Yeah.
The people that hold wealth, whose names we don't even know and will never know. Their entities will start dumping money into North America because we are at this point. Think about it like this. Okay, they could invest in industries in Europe, in Western Europe, let's just say, for lack of a better term, Germany. Is Putin going to stop is he going to stop at the borders of Ukraine? And in northwestern Ukraine, there's Poland.
And below that, there's Georgia.
And so, there's been boots on the ground in Poland before.
Indeed.
So we'll see what happens if anything.
They're probably not happy right now. If anything,
no, they're not happy right now. But if anything crosses the eastern Ukraine border, then
there's going to be some.
Then we're talking about. Then that automatically triggers WW3.
Yeah, I've actually heard.
Not by my definition.
No, of course not.
Someone's
not going to be happy.
Someone of authority and knowledge will call it that.
Mm-hmm.
Not just me. I mean, why not?
I'm just actually kind of curious what's going to be the thing that's going to tip it, if it does tip. Because here's the thing: if this is just Russian bears. I'm just going to come out right and say it because technically we're not offering an opinion one way or the other.
Well, put it to you like this. Factual. Okay, no, hey, they give us all this, you and I have been walking on eggshells about things to talk about the North American conservative right side of the political fence. All I know is that there is a president of another country that is invading a different country, and he still has his Facebook account. Yes, I said it. He still has his YouTube account. Yes, I said it. He still has his Instagram account. Yes, I said it. He has not been cut off by social media. Now, I want someone to explain to me why some political figures could be,
sure,
and it is plural, have been cut off from these social media sites here in North America.
And not this guy.
And not this guy who is, if it does go to that level, who history will record as starting World War III.
I think
you understand what I'm saying?
No, but here's the thing.
Why does he still have his social platform? I dare YouTube to pull this video.
No, think about it.
Because, we're still skipping around those guys.
I know.
I'm annoyed.
I know.
Yeah.
You need to relax. It's Sunday, and you got candy.
Here's some gum.
Yeah, you got gum. Well, getting kicked off of social media is probably a lesser sentence because that Russia has received an even worse fate than the deplatformization of their leader at this particular time and year. They got kicked out of Eurovision. That is the worst thing that could happen to you as a country of the European continent.
You fentanyl-laced Comic-Con kids.
Hey. I don't know what to tell you. Here's the thing.
Man.
Here's the thing. About this whole situation, I don't know where it's going. I don't know where it's heading. Excuse me, if it does kick off a major war, that is very unfortunate because I know of some folk who, if there was a boot on the ground war, they'd be sent out there, and I would be heartbroken.
Man,
at the same time, North America has rarely been more productive and industrious when we're not having a big time war going on.
Oh yeah.
As much as I dislike the
when we stop fighting amongst ourselves, and start fighting everybody else.
Yeah, that's
we kick ass.
Yeah, it's a money generator.
Yeah.
I don't like the military-industrial complex. I know why it's there, and I know that it gives North America a very healthy economy.
It does.
But war is still war. I don't mean to sound like Hawkeye.
Buy one, get one free.
I don't know. Look, I know kind of the later seasons of MASH. Obviously, way back when they started ticking people off because at some point, because not only was it,
Oh no, it ticked people off the entire run.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I just remember you explaining to me that once Alan, what's his name? Basically, the Hawkeye actor.
Right.
Got more control over the show in the later seasons.
Right.
And all the of the implicit message became explicit. And I'm not say pro or con to it, but
I mean, I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand. What the hell else are they going to have a successful show about? Pro-war? Hey, man, let's kill everybody that's got a different haircut. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I mean, you can't have a storied run.
Sure.
Praising any kind of destruction. I mean, I don't care what it is. All right. You know, negative output is negative output.
Sure.
So, and there's no nuance to embracing what already is or whatever is already engaged.
That is very true.
You know, it's easy, and it's easy to be a critic.
Yes, very easy.
It's very easy. There's tons of people that have made a tremendous living on being critics.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
Hey, look, you buddy, you're ugly. All right.
Yeah.
So there. So I get it. So, there was a time when I used to attribute some type of malevolence to, or some type of dark motive to these anti-establishment tropes. Ooh, was that cool or what? But then again, it dawns on me that there's just a natural progression of storytelling and viewpoint that comes on the opposite side of the fence.
This is true.
I mean, what other perspective are you going to take?
I don't know. I suppose it. I
mean, nobody wants war.
No, I don't.
And as much as as much as the nerds talking about make love, not war. Human beings are terrible because we have war. Somebody explained to me how war is not a part of all species of what we call war. Now, it does escalate to a different level.
Sure.
Because we are the most advanced
we have the
animal on the planet, so to speak.
Yeah, we basically, the edge that with the two edges that we have over literally every other species is we're sentient and we have thumbs. There you go.
Yeah. We can drive a manual. We drive a stick shift.
You can drive the stick shift.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, I don't know.
No, I'm not asking you if we are about to have World War III or if this is just going to get localized to that area of the world. I'm just saying that it's going to have to be brought up.
What people don't realize is,
because if we inevitably become historical media, we're just going to.
Yeah, but I know, but they talk about this type of thing. Now, obviously, this is a little more advanced.
Sure.
But similar measures took place in 2014 and 2008.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, it's not like, he was just, it's not like he was like, he was just some innocent bystander walking down the street and said, you know what? I think I'm going to invade my neighbor to the west.
He was just waiting for the opportunity.
Waiting for the right opportunity. And the right opportunity has presented itself.
Yeah, I can't fault him for following Sun Tzu or whatever the hell else.
Right.
What the Russian equivalent of Sun Tzu is.
And one of the biggest
probably
issues,
Catherine the Great.
And what I'm worried about is,
yes.
Now this is going to determine whether it's
about to get really ugly.
It's about to get really ugly. Okay, because you hear the news, and I'm just gonna offer some observation.
Sure.
Okay.
What else is new?
This is just some things that have been going through my head, and I don't know if there's any type of real application. I really don't, and you can call me names about what I'm getting ready to say.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't mean it that way.
Now I know I get it. Like sometimes you just sound. Sometimes me too. I have to tell people I'm not being sarcastic when I say that. When I compliment them.
No. So
yeah.
here, it's not the territory. It's not the money.
Okay.
It's not the oil.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the commodities.
Yes.
It's not all these big multi-billion, trillion-dollar issues, pipeline, blah, 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 what's going on that'll turn it into something ugly. It is, from my observation, this is a possibility. That is more culturally related.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is a standard of living, standard of existence in Russia.
Yeah.
That is being challenged by the disruption or the suspension of, at one time, cultural mores here in North America. And those elements are spreading.
All right. What, they're being westernized, so to speak?
Yes.
All right.
And
people always say that that's a bad thing.
Well, I think it's reached a level where it could be interpreted
as a bad thing.
As a bad thing.
Okay.
Russia is not going to tolerate.
Because they don't assimilate?
No, it's not necessarily assimilation of culture, English versus Russian, or North American versus Slavic, or anything like that.
So
it has to do, honestly and truly, it has to do with the current suspension of, for lack of a better description, gender protocols.
Yeah, that's always been an issue with, yeah.
And I can tell, and I've told many people this, the people on the left didn't have a problem with Russia until they suspended same-sex couples from adopting Russian children.
Yep.
And then they became enemy number one. And that actually happened. I'm not making that up.
Yeah, that's not
subjective.
Yeah, that's not an article from The Onion. Like that is legit.
That is legit. Look it up. And you will see at that point, you will see a decrease in understanding from the people who claim understanding is a part of their awareness. So I think that what is happening, if that's the case,
if that is the case,
then yes, we are headed to a World War III because Russia is not going to allow North American culture, that section of North American culture to take hold in their country. They're just not.
Sure.
And if they're dedicated to the level of it's kind of what happened in the late 70s in Iran. Iran had quote-unquote westernized.
Yeah.
Women's empowerment. Women not wearing traditional Muslim garb.
Yeah, they were, dressed like you would see nowadays to the office.
Right. They go to the office, or they always show the discotheque shots.
Yes.
Where late 70s, certain areas in late 70s Iran resembled areas of late 70s New York City.
I'm actually curious.
And they rose up and shut that down.
Yeah. Okay, two things, one thing really.
And I'm not saying pro or con. That's what happened.
That's just what happened.
That's just what happened. Okay.
I have a question about that. What does Iraqi disco sound like?
I can't help you with that.
Like I need to know what that said. I need
Persian.
What does that version of disco before that incident in the 70s took place in the Middle East? I have to know.
It would probably be something worth dancing to.
Indeed. I need to look this up. So.
So is that if that's what we're engaged in?
Then
now I'm talking about, you know, and I'm talking about whatever's going on in North America.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that Russia. I do know that from my perspective and my opinion, and I'm not, you know,
and for legal reasons, this is a joke.
And for legal reasons, this is a joke. I believe that Russia is seeing us as a cultural cancer,
mm-hmm.
and China does too. And not in democracy. Here's
the thing.
How dare you try to destroy our democracy? No, they don't care about democracy. They care about the social values
of their respective countries. Well, here's the thing.
Countries.
That whole thing about, you know, the socialist / communist / whatever the version of that they're calling it at
whatever
the time.
I have no idea.
Yeah, sure. Because Russia is like a pseudo democracy.
It's like an autocratic socialism.
Yeah,
China's the same way.
And sometimes they borderline on dictatorship, but that's that's a spoke in the wheel. But we're not talking about
that's a spoke in the wheel. Exactly, that goes along with autocratic.
Sure, but just putting it forth. But here's the thing: that whole thing of that socialist autocrat / dictatorship-esque style government versus republic, democratic.
Yeah.
That's an old hat, and I'm not saying that isn't involved here as well. It is just by the nature of what's happening.
Oh yeah, well sure,
but
sure
that may not be.
Well, see, that's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here we are, and we're being told this is some kind of
democracy versus whatever.
Yeah, democracy versus socialism.
Yeah,
which
is not wrong.
With all
it's
due
not
respect,
the whole picture.
All right, I'm an egotistical guy, and I think I understand things better than most people. But even I have issues with trying to distinguish between whatever's taking place here in North America
versus what's already happening over there.
What's happening over there.
Indeed.
Okay, we are nationalizing industries that are too big. They're too big to fail.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we would take too much of a hit. All these tens of thousands of people would be laid off, and they'd be rioting in the streets.
Indeed.
Okay, I mean, and ultimately, that's what survival of the fittest, market capitalism is.
Yeah, but
ultimately, in theory.
Yeah, but it didn't take place.
Well, what I'm saying is I don't, and as much as I've looked at it and read about it, I still don't understand it enough to, hey, what you guys need to do over there is blankety blank. I don't know how we're better and they're less, or they're better and we're less. I really don't.
No.
Okay, so I'm coming at this.
Plus one thing plus one form of how to take care of things for one country and their culture works for them versus another.
Yes.
It's like this is why socialism. This is why the socialism operates best in say like Sweden or basically that never. I think it is Sweden.
Well, there's only
they're like the whole. It's
there are
basically
like 900,000 people in the entire country or some jazz.
Yeah, and they're all Swedish people.
Yeah, they're all Swedish people.
Yeah, it's not like North America where it's a melting pot where you have multiple different
you have like
types
20% of people that are not germane to whatever majority is
exactly.
people, however people want to call it. I don't care. You know, they always want to attach attributes to it. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, you know what? There's a tree over there that's been growing since before I was born. How it got there, I don't know. What it's doing there, I have no idea. I don't have any input. I'm here.
You just
it's there.
That it's there.
I just know it's there. I know I'm here. I don't know.
You have eyes.
I don't know what to tell these people. Okay.
So stuff like that. That's not. Well,
if it's a cultural thing, now
if it's a cultural thing,
well, I mean, warfare is being fought for the sole, and for the soul of a culture.
Sure. So that might be what's taking place right now.
It's not like I guess. that's how war takes place.
Sure. So.
If the Japanese had ever attacked Pearl Harbor, we wouldn't have got into World War II, and
No.
Europe would be one big country of Germany, including the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Geographically.
Yeah, geographically.
They're.
But then again, that's what that Philip K. Dick novel is, basically. The Man in the High Castle.
You know what? I have yet to read that completely through, but I'm always fascinated by that type of thing.
Then read it!
Yeah, I know I need to read it.
Damn!
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I don't know. I just kind of want to get off the topic because I want to mention it. I don't want to be seeming like we're living under a rock.
No.
Or that we couldn't give less of a shit.
Well, what I'm saying is now, you brought up a really interesting topic because because like I said.
Which part?
Well, the part about the fact that we can talk about this sort of thing and we've been stepping around on eggshells politically. With
honestly and truly, one of the main reasons
YouTube,
not just with YouTube,
some other platforms.
Well, here's the thing: I don't do it not just because saying the wrong thing on YouTube can get you flagged, but also because I personally don't understand it well enough to talk more about it because I don't follow it because I don't technically care. Well, because it doesn't affect me,
right?
And yes, I know it's like, don't you care? Well. First of all, it's not that I don't care. It's just I've come to the conclusion of, what am I going to do? Right. Does that make sense? Like, awareness without action serves no one.
Right.
And it's not that I don't watch the news and I don't follow these things because of pure apathy.
No.
It's because I'm not in a position to, wave my hand or press a button... or make a wish to fix all the problems in the world, because if I don't have the ability to do that, and I look at the news and I follow up on these stories and, see the slow decline of humanity as we know it,
right?
I'm just going to make myself worried sick, and I'm going to be afraid all the time, and that does me no good, so...
And you're not going to affect anything anyway.
No, I'm not going to affect anything anyway, so what's the point? I would rather not waste my time in my life doing that.
We go back to...
I love this bottle.
The Sermon on the Mount.
Basically, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. In a nutshell, that's what it's supposed to mean.
Live your life.
Just live.
Live your life.
Live your life.
Okay. Live your life. Whatever your plans are, hey.
Just do it.
Just because, whatever's going on in the world, hey, it does, as a rule of thumb, it's not going to make things any easier.
No.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Just don't be a jerk. Go live your life.
Go live your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I wish it was just more a common thing because, like I said, this past week I essentially got confidence in what I've been taught through this trading system, and I basically made an oath to myself to not worry about it, to not worry anymore.
No, not worry.
Yeah. I got to that point myself because if I can figure out what to do for when the charts start, forming in the picture that they're supposed to for me to make money, then I don't need to worry.
Nope, I don't need to worry.
Yeah, because this whole crypto/stock trading, how we've learned it, is basically the modern day equivalent of give a man a fish versus teaching him how to fish.
Yeah, definitely.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I basically have been taught how to fish in a monetary sense.
Yeah.
So I then decided not to worry.
Yeah.
Now the only part that makes me worry is trying to survive to the point of the big push. That is now the part of the worry.
Well,
where it's like, please tell. Basically, I'm at this point where it's like, please tell me I don't have to get like a 9-to-5 job again. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, man, I'm not doing that. I've got enough clients to where I can't.
Yeah. Like I said, cryptocurrency, I can't speak for all of them.
Sure.
I can speak for Bitcoin it's kind of like, there's gold, there's silver, and there's copper. You can trade
there's
copper.
There's electrum.
You can trade palladium. Platinum.
All the D&D currencies.
Yeah. But when it comes to crypto, Bitcoin is the gold. And the other altcoins.
They're just varying degrees of
silver and whatever. Yeah. So, once people realize that they can
do that.
They can buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I would recommend anybody. Okay, this is for legal reasons. This is a joke, and this is not financial advice.
No.
But if I was talking to myself, I would tell myself to purchase the Bitcoin with funds that I did not need.
Yes.
Put it in a wallet.
Yes.
And stick it in a safety deposit box. That's retirement right there.
Indeed.
Just is.
Yes.
So, when you can take that...
thanks to the incident that took place in Canada, which, okay, I'm not going to lie, because of me not following the news...
that was brutal.
Yeah, because of me not following the news, I don't entirely know what the fuck just happened up there.
I do.
I know you do. But all I know is that...
a Donnybrook.
Oh, a big Donnybrook. I'm actually kind of curious how this incident is going to show on Letterkenny.
It is going. It has to. Oh,
it has to. Oh. There is going to be. There has to be at least one segment.
Something
where Wayne, Daryl, and Dan are
Squirrely
Dan are in the barn, and they're just bitching at each other. They can't pay for beer because they had their accounts frozen or some shit.
Or some shit. Yeah.
That could be the episode. No. Think about it.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, oh God, I don't think they're gonna do this, but if they were to make it work, they could.
Yeah.
Or if they got the idea, they would make it work.
Yeah.
There's an episode of a future season of Letterkenny that everyone's bank account gets closed. They're doing the normal cold open shit where they're just hassling each other. Wayne is it Wayne or someone telling the hockey boys to fuck off or something.
Sure.
Classic. And then it gets past the title and it begins the meat of the show. And the beginning of it is everybody slowly discovering that their bank accounts have been frozen by the government.
Well,
Wayne is probably like Wayne and Daryl and probably Dan are like some of the last people to figure it out because they're farm boys. They're just doing chores. They don't fucking shop.
The preacher
and who's the chick at the bar?
Is she still alive?
I think so.
Or she died.
I don't know. Did she?
I don't know.
But you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
If she's still alive and I'm not being an asshole. Oh, God. I see her face.
They all live on... Her name's Gail.
Gail. And Gail's going to be the one.
Yeah.
Like she tried to get a Brazilian wax for her date with 5 guys, but her card was declined. And she's bitching about it to Mrs. Who's the guy that Wayne hates?
Wayne hates?
Yeah, it's the
druggy guy.
No, not Stewart.
McFlurry, whatever his name.
Yeah, him. McMurray. Gail is bitching about having her card declined. Mrs. McMurray and Katie and probably Rosie or whoever the fuck else is there. Like it's an all girls night. She's just bitching about it. Then they all try to go pay for their drinks. All their cards are declined, and there's slowly just a bunch of people all over Letterkenny just slowly figuring out they can't pay for shit. Then it gets back to Wayne. And obviously the people on the res, excuse me. And everyone is pissed. Well, hang on. hang on. Hang on. That's
All right.
that's the best part. Is everyone slowly starts to come to the realization they can't pay for shit. None of it. And the people on the res, they come over and they're like, "Hey, what the fuck? You know, it's Tannis. She's going over and she's just like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, but you know what? Since we're cool, we're gonna have an open barter system, you know, just like back home when stuff like this was happening."
Right.
And then the rest of the episode is all the stupid shit that people are trying to trade with each other to get goods and services.
That's not a bad idea.
And that's
pretty good, actually.
And that's the whole episode. Of course, there's like some, you know, there's like Stuart who's all like, you primordial insects.
People trying to buy crack with trade.
Not just that, but Stuart's the asshole with the crypto wallet.
Oh.
He's the one that's able to buy stuff with his card.
Oh.
And he's an asshole about it. Yeah.
He's now the crypto baron.
Yeah, he is now the crypto baron.
Okay.
And then, like, it happens like a couple of days or weeks later, or whenever they, in real time, free up everyone's bank account.
Yeah.
And then everyone's got their access to their normal people money.
Right.
And then they go back to buying stuff. Stuart, you know, embarrassingly loses all his power, and then he gets the shit kicked out of him.
Sounds
and
like
that's
a good
the episode.
What to send this to somebody?
just tweet Jared Queso with the rough outline of the script. Just be like, hey, we don't expect money, but please put us on the credits.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. Da, 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 da,
Yeah, it's like we want credit for the idea because the rest of it, that's all in your hands.
Yeah.
Like they
What
know
am I gonna do? Make money off of it?
Exactly.
I'm an idea guy.
Yeah. Me too. I like throwing people ideas, because sometimes I'm the only person that's just able to put 2 and 2 together about some stuff. Sometimes.
2 and 2 is chicken.
That's my favorite.
That's right.
So, that's
pretty good.
That is my idea for the Letterkenny episode, where they absolutely have to talk about the bank account freezing episode.
Yeah.
Because they can't not do it.
They can't not do it.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing: if people didn't realize that it might be a good idea to not completely get wrapped up in it, but definitely consider crypto trading, just the trading part.
Yeah, just the trading.
Like,
part.
take the shit you know about trading stocks, commodities, and apply it to crypto. This Canadian says definitely would have a good impact on that.
It does.
Because I shared something with you that was basically this coin wallet up in probably somewhere in Canada, or maybe like an overseas province or whatever. Basically saying that their government was trying to have them freeze their coin accounts, their Bitcoin and Ethereum and all their wallets.
Right.
And they sent a letter back to their government basically saying, we physically can't do that.
We can't do that.
Not only legally, but we cannot feasibly or physically freeze their crypto wallets.
Thank you for the executive order ordering us to do something we're telling you we don't have the ability to do it. It's like, sail this ship across this ocean, and then the captain comes back and says, well, there's no wind.
Yeah.
We will comply.
Once there is wind.
Once there's wind.
Unless you're Vikings and then you get into the bottom and
if there's no wind,
rowing.
We can't help you.
I actually told one of my clients about rowing the other day.
Really?
Yeah. She's one of the few people that knows what I'm talking about when I say ocean metal. And I told her they basically invented a brand new mosh pit.
Okay.
And I showed her footage of a Ailstorm concert where they got ass to grass on the ground and started miming rowing with each other.
Freaking Europeans.
It is dumb as fuck. But you know what? It is probably the most appropriate thing that they've got.
All right. If you say so.
It's like, here's the thing. I can't imagine a Wall of Death at an Ailstorm concert. Amon Armoth, probably, because that's Vikings.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Posers.
I know you don't know what I mean.
I got the slightest idea what you're talking about.
I know. You know, where my head's at, I don't know what I'm talking about either.
So yeah.
So there you go.
There's where crypto is. And I'm not, you know what?
It's about to become king of the fucking planet.
It is about to become king of the planet. It really is. Okay, and I'm not saying that because I'm involved in it.
No.
I'm saying that because...
what else is there?
I'm just saying what else is there. Okay.
You know. I mean, we got Facebook trying to create its own version of Ready Player One. Where everything is going to be digital anyway.
And I know it's taking some hits.
Oh, yeah.
But it's going to happen. He's just knocking the kinks out of it right now.
Indeed. So,
you know, figure it out, people.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. So. It's going to happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, man, nothing really happened for me personally this past week. I mean, I got a new client.
Yeah.
She's nice.
Cool.
Once again, I'm not going to say her name. She just started. Has little to no experience.
Cool.
So that's cool. So, but I don't know. I think I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Just today I started watching Daredevil, like the TV show, for the first time.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
I mean, it's not bad. It
is a lot more brutal than I was expecting it to be.
I'm going to miss that part.
Okay, because I just got to, like, the middle of episode 2 of season 1. It's like, oh, Jesus! Hey! Jesus! You don't have to try to lobotomize somebody. Jesus! What is this? Are you Frank Castle?
Yeah, Frank Castle. You gotta wait to episode 3 for that stuff.
Oh, God. Wait, Frank Castle pops up on this show?
I don't know.
Shit.
No, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay. I got into it. When these types of shows were whirling around Netflix, you know, before the Disney Pluses and all that other, the bigger MCU web thing.
The big woke wave.
And all that.
Where a non-Asian guy can't be cast
as a non-Asian role.
As a non-Asian role that involves
Kung Fu.
Asian culture.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
That means white people can't use chopsticks in a restaurant. I guess.
Oh, but here's the thing.
Cultural appropriation.
But here's the thing. Iron Fist isn't Asian. In the comics, he's an actual white dude that just went and trained in the Shaolin temples.
Right.
I don't remember why he did it, but he did it.
Yeah, whatever.
So it's like, hey, what?
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, no, it's just when the Iron
Nerds
Fist...
in their parents' basements, they got nothing better to do.
Yeah, well, this was before the pandemic, so I highly doubt that those people are still existing.
Well, they're there. Where are they going to go?
6 feet under.
We'll see.
Indeed. No, I mean, like, when Daredevil and Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist were kind of making their whirl.
I enjoyed Luke Cage.
Okay.
But then it just kind of petered out. It was like, I want to see him picking stuff up and smashing stuff.
Yeah, it's like...
I mean, I understand he's got to have personal relationships.
Sure. Of course, he's still a person, but
I don't want
he's
that
still
to take
Luke Cage.
Yeah, I don't want to see him trying to develop some relationship for half the episode. I just don't.
I don't know.
I don't care if he's like sweet talking a girl and then picks up a car and moves it out of her way. I want to see some expression of the caricature that I am watching. You know?
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
So I get that there was kind of like this little. I get that there was a little bit of this little storm that honestly and truly, I think the main reason we even got. I think the two shows that were if I remember correctly, there was the driving force behind that little preemptive start to I think they're called the Defenders when they put all four of those guys in the same show, but I don't think it ever got off the ground.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, it was.
I'd have heard about that.
Oh yeah, no, I heard about it a long time ago. It was around the time season 2 of Jessica Jones was wrapping up. Iron Fist didn't do so well. Luke Cage was fine. I think Daredevil was wrapping up. And they were trying to cram these 4 characters, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, in the same show. Because they all live in the same city.
Right.
And I think the Punisher was going to occasionally pop up because, well, he's the Punisher.
All right. Yeah.
His shtick is that he is so traumatized he kills. That is, that's a very unnuanced way to approach it, but that's technically true.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I never saw it got off the ground. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was... It was definitely right around the time Iron Fist was getting a lot of shit for, well, what was just mentioned.
Yeah.
And
Which is so ignorant, I can't even... It's hard to even put into words.
I love that glass bottle.
Nice.
I don't know. For some reason, I just like the idea of drinking straight out of a glass bottle.
I got you.
You know, thankfully this is water.
Like a pirate.
Mm-hmm. Damn it, that might be where I got it from.
Oh, a pirate's life is a wonderful life.
Indeed.
They never bury your bones.
Useful. So I started watching Daredevil today.
Yeah.
And it's not bad.
No, it's not terrible. I
don't dislike it.
I mean, they carried enough ground to be worth a season.
Did. Oh, yeah.
Now, what they did beyond that, I don't know.
They made 3 seasons of it. I think he's in the new Spider-Man movie.
Really?
I think so. I think I saw that somewhere on the internet. Obviously, there's the scene with the other 2 Spider-Man actors in it. That one's not new. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Right.
They got them on there because No Way Home is basically dealing with Spider-Man multiverse shit.
Oh.
You know?
Oh, no. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't either, but that's all over the internet. And then I think I saw like one clip where I don't know if it's in No Way Home or if it's in the Doctor Strange movie, but basically Peter Parker like wakes up, like Tom Holland wakes up at his kitchen table, and the guy that plays Matt Murdock in the TV show Daredevil is just there, and he's talking to him.
All right.
And it's like, hey, launch that motherfucker's career, because he's actually probably perfect as Matt Murdock, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I know you weren't a Daredevil dude.
No, I wasn't.
You were like more Spider-Man, Wolverine.
Spider-Man what?
And Wolverine.
Yeah.
And Lobo.
Lobo came later.
Yeah, but still.
I didn't know Lobo existed.
I'm also just gonna say it. I think Lobo is based off of Lemmy.
I can't disagree with that.
Lemmy's in there somewhere.
If you look at a picture of Lobo on a motorcycle,
it's Lemmy.
It's Lemmy. Yeah, it is. It really is.
There you go.
I don't know. I mean, misunderstood, picked on, bullied teenager. Spider-Man was easy to
identify with.
Fair enough. Absolutely. So.
I guess Wolverine was just the other end of that spectrum.
Yeah, Spider-Man just beat people up and he talked about pulling his punches, but
Wolverine did not believe in that.
Did not believe in that sort of thing.
Sure.
Hey, what are you going to do?
That's basically the two sides of the perspective, which is someone who's been picked on, doesn't really want to hurt people because they're gentle at heart, versus someone who is not.
Yeah.
Who just isn't.
Who's just had enough.
That's fair, because Daredevil is just son of a boxer, became a lawyer, and punches people. So, in a way, he did grow up to be his dad.
Yeah.
In a very peculiar / fucked up kind of way, Matt Murdock did become his dad.
Yep. So I don't know what they're going to do.
I
mean, if you can't.
I will say this about like the
what
MCU.
They don't understand is they don't understand how certain someone like Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I mean, you take that type of culture and you adapt it to the modern largest population of this area.
Indeed.
And that's all it is. It doesn't have anything to do with some kind of malevolent racial.
It doesn't always have to be that way,
I'm just saying. I mean, where's the money at?
I don't know.
That's what it's all about.
Yes, exactly. But here's the thing. I will say this. The MCU needs to wrap up within the next year to 2 years. Because they cannot, except for like Spider-Man, because it's fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They cannot draw a crowd anymore.
No.
The market is saturated. It's becoming oversaturated thanks to Disney Plus TV shows. Loki and WandaVision, which I did like the first 6 episodes of WandaVision, and then it was just like, hey, you probably did not need to make this 9 episodes. Like, here's the thing: if all 9 episodes were, if I remember correctly, they were not an hour apiece.
Yeah.
The first 3 were about 30 minutes, which is about the normal runtime of a sitcom.
Right.
That's fine. And the rest of them were kind of like in these weird lengths. Sometimes they'd be 30 minutes, sometimes 20. Then it started to get like into the hour-long section. And it's like, hey, you probably could have cut some of that out and it would have been just fine.
Right.
Kind of like, this is out of the left field as far as a comparison goes, but it's the first thing that popped in my mind.
Yeah.
Star Trek The Motion Picture. In my opinion, that movie would be 20% better than it was if they had edited down at least 45% of what I call the glamour shots.
Okay.
What I mean by the glamour shot, and that usually means a couple different things, but what I mean in terms of Star Trek The Motion Picture is they put so much money into the special effects, making it look as, fancy and new at the time as possible.
Overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
And the story did suck. It was basically a repackaged version of the Nomad episode. But I feel like the movie would have been much better if they, how sometimes in a movie they lingered just a tad too long and all the really pretty and abstract effects and scenery out in space.
Yeah.
If they just cut a lot of that parts out and made it shorter,
it would flow faster.
It would flow faster. It would feel faster. Because even though the story, like I said, just a repackaged version of the Nomad episode, you would at least had better pacing to keep up with it. It wouldn't go
too many opportunities to take a deep breath.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's too many opportunities to go. Now, having 2 or 3 of those, that's fine. But
yeah, I mean that's an interesting dynamic that they're using. It's just like the TV show that's currently on Netflix, Lost in Space. I mean, you don't get to take a breath until the end of the 3rd season.
Till the 3rd season.
Till the end of the 3rd season.
Oh, I cannot watch that show. Then
I'm telling you,
I am not.
Well, you don't even realize.
Here's the thing. I'm just not in the type of place where I can sit down and get freaked and stressed out until the end of the 3rd season of the TV show.
Well, think about it like this. Think if you've got
I'm not mentally prepared
vehicle,
for that.
Yeah, I understand, but you got a vehicle that's meant to binge watch.
Sure, but sometimes I don't like to binge watch. Sometimes I got shit to do. And then
well, yeah.
when I go do the shit, then I'm pissed off.
I'm just saying that if you have the ability to binge watch.
Sure, okay, it's fine.
I mean, I'm not condoning it. I'm just trying to find reasons why
that might be why it's written that way.
Might be.
Because they realize, okay, they're just going to launch the entire season in one day, one after the other.
Yeah.
Let's just grip them by the throat and not fucking let go.
That's exactly what they did.
It's kind of like the early seasons of Game of Thrones. Yeah. Except they, every now and again, would throw you a bone where, not Tywin, Tyrion would be like in the bar with his bodyguard, whose name I forget, sorry. And it's like, oh, sir, mercenary dude, we have all the money and the whores. Do you not feel successful in life? And then just rattle off something philosophical.
Yeah.
You know, at least they had a little bit of moments like that. That would eventually turn into, oh, no, you're right. Shit.
You're right. Lost in Space is like
you
know in Star Wars: A New Hope, there's constant barrage of Han Solo running down a hall, firing back behind him.
Yes,
it's just like that for 3 seasons.
I cannot watch that now.
I'm just telling you.
No, I will eventually.
Chewy. Grrr. Chew, chew, chew.
Look, no, I'm not at the right stage in my life where I can just watch that and not be psychologically psyched out.
I understand.
You know?
I understand.
Because here's the thing.
You know, people say, well, it's a spoiler alert. What do you mean spoiler alert, man? It grabs you by the ear and it drags you through 3 seasons.
That is fucked up.
It is.
No.
It is.
I do not want... No, because here's the thing. Like I stated
That's
earlier...
That's why I've watched the whole series 9 times. It grabs you and it doesn't let go.
I was actually wondering about that. I was like, how long is this fucking show? Because I kept seeing clip after clip, different clip after clip. It's like, Jesus Christ. Is it 9 seasons?
You ever seen a shot where a car turned really sharp and somebody next to the window just smacked into it?
Yeah.
It's just like that for 3 seasons.
No. Because here's the thing. If I didn't have to worry about, my placement in the universe and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
If I wasn't under the threat of, oh God, I have to have enough money to survive until the big push when I can just make money at will using this stuff.
Right.
If I wasn't in that frame of mind, I would turn that on and watch it as soon as we stop recording. But I'm just like, I can't get psyched out by shit like that right now. Yes, it's escapism, but I know at some point it's going to feed back into the... Because I already made that oath to myself of, I'm just not going to worry.
There's just, there's a couple of series like that.
Cool.
Yellowstone's like that. Almost.
Shit.
I mean, it's just like
Jesus.
It's like at the end of every episode, you're like, for crying out loud.
It's like, what did dipshit do now?
How much more effed up can this situation become? Yeah.
It just keeps
it does. It really does. You're like, for crying out loud.
I'll tell you, the first time I think I audibly saw you make that whole like, oh shit thing.
Yeah.
I think the first time I actually saw you do that, it was we were in the theaters for the movie A Quiet Place.
Oh yeah.
They firmly establish in the first couple minutes of the movie the threat,
right?
What they need to do,
right.
The deaf kid and all that, what happened to that one kid,
right?
They establish the threat,
right?
And then immediately, not only is it the whole thing of, okay, there's these monsters on the planet. If you make a sound, their head is basically an eardrum, and they'll kill you and probably eat you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a threat. And then they double down on it with having the wife character pregnant.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the birthing process is not a quiet one.
It is not a quiet one.
It is not.
It could be very functional. It's a part of our species.
Yes.
It's natural.
There's nothing wrong with it.
The sun coming up and the sun setting.
Moon churning, phases.
It's just like that.
Yes. It is.
High tide, low tide, ebb and flow.
It is nature.
It is nature.
There's nothing wrong with it.
But there's nothing quiet about it.
It is not quiet.
It is not quiet. No.
Even if the mom is has this iron will and makes zero sound,
right?
The moment that kid pops out, they're gonna start crying and just sobbing and all that.
Yeah,
it is that
not making a sound is a conditioned response.
Correct.
Yeah,
it's just that's just what's gonna happen.
That is what's gonna happen.
And I just remember sitting next to you. You know, as soon as you saw like due date and how pregnant she was, you just went, "Oh shit!"
That'll happen.
And that's when I knew I picked a good movie that day.
It was a pretty good movie.
Yes, I still like Train to Busan.
Train to Busan.
I will never not like Train to Busan. I also I've gotten really into the Grand Budapest Hotel.
That's a good movie.
It is a good movie. That's actually... It makes me think that Wes Anderson has to be on the autism spectrum somewhere. Because his movies are almost identical to the Grand Budapest Hotel from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And, you know, everyone's acting strangely. Everyone is like... it's this... It's almost Uncanny Valley how... normal yet abnormal, how everyone's acting and how the world is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, based on a good acting, what could be a very unsettling performance turns into kind of charming and quirky, but in a non-threatening kind of way.
Yeah.
You know?
Excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah.
Water? It's not sparkling.
No.
It's actual water. Okay.
I don't know what that was. It's very stylish.
It's very stylish.
Very Eurocentric.
Very symmetrical.
Yeah.
And I like that because it calms my eyes.
It's a little campy.
Of course it's campy. And it's just become one of my favorite comfort movies.
It's cool.
You know, movies where I can just turn my brain off, not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Because even as complex as the plot is, it's still a farce.
Yeah.
It's still goofy. No one's in real danger.
No.
Yeah, except for Jeff Goldblum.
It's definitely a
Fuck that guy, I guess.
Farce. Yeah.
Fuck that guy in particular, I guess.
You know,
spoiler alert.
There's some pretty heavy hitters in it.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, it was done really well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I like the Grand Budapest Hotel. Sue me. It doesn't like, it's not like, you know, right in my face with something in particular.
Exactly. There's, you know, you can see there's not some agenda.
Well, I don't mean, no, here's the thing. I don't just mean the wokeness, per se, although that is part of it. I just mean in terms of, I try not to use the whole being on the spectrum as a crutch.
Right.
But there are just some things I can't get around, you see.
Right.
You know, it's like social cues. It's like, you know what? I'm just not gonna get it. I can understand it. I can understand the meaning behind it. But there is some fundamental part of my brain that's just like, you know what? I just don't. I just don't. There is no explanation. I just don't even. You don't want to do it.
Let's change the subject.
I'm leaving. I'm going to use that line one day. Because there have been so many opportunities and times in my life when I could have used the line, let's change the subject, I'm leaving, and then immediately walk away. There have been so numerous times in my life where I wish I had that line in my back pocket and it was never there, but now it's there.
That's awesome.
And I am waiting for it. I am waiting. I'm waiting so hard. But anyway, there's just sometimes movies and TV shows, the way it's structured, it was not structured with someone like you and I in mind.
I don't guess.
No. Which we're kind of in a majority in terms of, brain function, I guess, in the audience. So, I like the Wes Anderson stuff because it's not, and although I do enjoy this type of stuff too, where it's not, like the cinematography is not punching you in the face.
Yeah.
I
understand what you're saying, yeah.
You showed me that video of the stunts in that Baby Driver movie.
Oh, man.
Here's the thing. I love shit like that. But sometimes when I watch, fast-paced choreography movement, it speeds my brain and my heart up, and I just get really excited and hyper because the thing I'm looking at is really exciting and hyper, and there's the music and the excitement and and sometimes I just don't want to feel that,
Right. I understand.
Sometimes I just don't want to get revved up, like that. It's like I can't listen to like really, really loud heavy metal first thing in the morning.
Yeah, first thing in the morning.
No, I can't do that. No.
I used to do that, no, but I can't.
I used to fall asleep to it back in high school when I was much more unkiltered. Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Because back then it really didn't make a difference.
No.
But now it's like,
I'm just.
I need to just relax.
Heavy.
Not that heavy. Maybe after I have my black tea, but it's definitely a later type of music for me now. Normally I try to wake up with something a little bit more gentle, a little bit maybe mid-ranged.
Yeah.
That.
I like chill wave.
Chill wave's good. I like Lauren, the chick that does the mummer dance.
Oh.
In my opinion, she's pretty good in the morning, mostly because her voice doesn't hit that top end that Enya can do sometimes.
Oh, okay, I see.
No, I believe Enya has a very beautiful voice. She sings very well, but sometimes if I'm not listening to it with the proper headset, her top notes hurt my brain.
I got you.
And if that was like just dulled just a tad, just brought down just a tad, equalized out a little bit, I would appreciate her a lot better. Sometimes I want to wake up to the Lord of the Rings official soundtrack. Because I essentially discovered I want to live like a hobbit.
That's right.
Now, I don't want to be short, but I definitely want, the ability to just have first, second breakfast, 11sies, tea time,
live
supper,
in a hill and,
dinner.
Eat 18 times a day.
Yeah. I want that. I want that life. Have a little farm patch, live under the ground because, heat, what is it? Under the earth's, under
it's like 68 degrees.
It's like 6 to 8 degrees. Constant. Yeah. You don't have to worry about heating, electricity, or heating or AC or anything. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Maybe heat, but you don't have to worry about
AC.
AC, no.
Which is perfect for where we live.
Exactly.
So, what do you want?
A hobbit mound in the ground.
Indeed. Or at least half the house is underground.
Yeah.
Oh.
Woo!
I love this thing.
Is it bottle?
Yes.
Awesome.
All right. So, is there anything you think of?
No, not really.
Because I feel like I'm just rambling at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's the point, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Well, when you hit the wall, you hit the wall.
Yeah.
But we're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. 1 week at a time.
1 week at a time.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Market's rolling over. It's got a ways to go before it turns around.
And it needs to do it quick.
We're looking at probably 6 months.
Come on.
So, You know.
Well,
like I said, once
Maybe
again, we're talking about stocks. We're talking about North American companies. We're talking about global companies. We don't know what crypto is going to do.
No.
Crypto, put to you this way. Mm-hmm. Best case scenario,
yes,
right now with crypto, is crypto will grow, but not quickly, because the entire market is in a down bias. That means people have less money to play with. Yeah. And when the market turns and starts to bull run and high tide floats all boats, then more discretionary or disposable income will come into play. And then that's when
we strike.
That's when we will strike on the altcoins. But what's going to happen with Bitcoin right now is there is a possibility. Whatever it's going, I don't know how quickly it's going to rise. Sure. Or exactly when it's going to turn. We are working on a bar right now as an entry. The low +1 tick could be the exit, but we know where the exits are.
Yes, we do.
But it is going to turn. Yes. It is going to turn.
Good.
So, we'll get there.
Yes.
We'll get there.
Because I want to buy shit that I actually want. Yeah.
Yeah. So, there you go.
So. I did think about having soup. I think I'm just going to skip straight to the ramen again.
Oh, you make a ramen again?
Yeah. I'll try to make it every Sunday at least. Okay. Just get it out of the way. Why not?
Sure.
I got a big pack of the good stuff from the Asian supermarket. It's under the counter.
Awesome.
So.
Cool.
It's the actual good shit, not that cup noodle stuff. Cup noodles is fine, but...
At this time, I like to have a pop noodle.
I didn't understand that when I first watched it. That was actually the first episode of Young Ones I had ever seen. It was their Halloween episode.
Oh, Video Nasty?
Yeah, with the Damned. Yeah. That was the first time I had heard of / seen the Damned, and I still like them. They're not my favorite band, but I like them.
Yeah, the Damned are cool.
Uh-huh.
But anyway.
I think the Cramps is actually campier than them. Yeah.
Next.
All right. Yeah, it's just fun. And I'm kind of petering out.
Yeah. I'm good.
You good? All right. Well, that's it, folks. I was your host, Bel-E.
And I was your co-host, Mr. Scratch.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.